welcome to the Gods and Charmants channel. I am Claire and this is our 12 days of crystals. So if you haven't already subscribed, please do click the subscribe button, click the bell next door so you can get notifications of when I upload new videos. Give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a little comment down below. You can also look in the drop down underneath this video and find a link to my closed Facebook group where we're having lots of lives and little things going on in there during December as well. So today is day 4 of our 12 days of crystals. And this is one of my absolute faves. It had to be in here, and a lot of people own this crystal because it's a popular crystal, but I do think sometimes they don't work with it to its fullest. So we're going to talk about all the wonderful things about Smokey Quartz. So this is a stunning generator. Look at that rainbow here. It's just, I wonder if I could show you up close. Oh, find your camera, Claire, come on. The professionalism, I tell you. Do you want to see? There we go. Oh my gosh, crystal eye candy. And look at the rainbows in the top. Oh my gosh. Little secret. This is in the January Crystal Treasures event. But that's if I don't keep it, because this is just, oh, it's so stunning. And there's actually bars of golden and red rutile through here, but we're not talking about rutile today. We are talking about Smokey Quartz. Now, firstly, let's take a moment to talk about Smokey Quartz colours, okay? Smokey Quartz can be from so clear and kind of light that it almost looks like clear quartz. There's just a kind of tinge of whiskey colour to it, up till quite a dark shade. However, if you see a piece like this that is solid black being sold as Smokey Quartz, that will have been irradiated, and you don't really want to work with that or have it in your home. It's not healthy. It's not nice for the crystal. You can get almost black Smokey Quartz. It's usually small pieces, and that's called Morian Smokey Quartz, and that is natural, but again, small pieces, very, very expensive, okay? Sometimes you may see some that looks quite dark like this in a shop. If you hold it up to the light and you can see through it, and then it turns more of like the traditional color of smoky, you can see that it lightens, because different lights give off different kind of, you know, ways that we see color, then you're okay. But if you lift up that crystal that's already virtually black, hold it to light, natural light, and it stays really, really dark and black, then you know it's been irradiated, and you really want to avoid that. This is a absolutely gorgeous Brazilian Smokey Quartz, and happens to be a generator, so you could grid with this. You could use it to work with specific intentions in line with its energy by setting a bay leaf or a piece of paper with your intention underneath, maybe putting it under a copper pyramid. One of my favorite ways to work with generators when it's not in a grid. Now, Smokey Quartz is a powerhouse, and it is one of the crystals. If someone says to me, Claire, don't have a huge budget, I can only get a couple of crystals to start off my collection, what crystal should that be? Smokey Quartz. Smokey Quartz transmutes energy. So what does that mean for you? So if you are someone that suffers with negative thinking and thought patterns, anxiety, any kind of patterns of behavior or thought that's unhealthy for you, that you would like to change, that you would like to transmute, working with Smokey Quartz takes those negative or lower vibrations and transmutes the energy so that it becomes much lighter of a vibration, easier for you to heal and move through. It's so powerful at protection. So if you are around negative people a lot, when people say to me, Claire, I'm in an office space, I share that office space, I have a lot of negative people in there, people I don't get on with, I always feel like it's quite a hostile environment, it affects my energy, I have to go home and have a salt bath or smudge myself every day, I will say to them, either carry or wear a piece of jewelry that is smoky quartz, because it will transmute that energy, and you can program it to almost work like a shield around you by making intention jewelry out of it, or even like a tumbler or something that you keep on you. And basically, as people's negative energies, if they're thinking negative things about you from across the other side of the office, all of that creates energy streams. And those energy streams are coming straight at you. Now, if you are not particularly strong in your psychic protection, or if you have any holes in your auric field, any tears, if your auric field is not very strong, if you don't have a good grounding and smudging routine, then having smoky quartz on you at all times helps create a barrier where that energy can either bounce off if you team it with something like black tourmaline, or it will take that energy, transmute it so that it cannot affect you in that negative way and cause harm. So it's really, really fabulous for always having on your person in one way or another. Ideally, you want it to be a way where it's touching your skin. If you are going with a ring, for example, you want to make sure your ring is open at the back so the energy of the crystal is coming through to your skin. If you are working with a tumble stone or a palm stone, place it in your bra. I have men that place it in their socks from our community so that it's still in contact with your body. It just is a better flow of energy when working with all crystals, especially if you want one that's going to be transmuting. You want it as close to your personal body as you can. So that's one really good way to work with smoky quartz. The other is for within the home for transmuting and for protection. So by your front door, something that you're taught, like I trained as a crystal therapist, one of the things we were taught obviously like crystal layouts, how to do treatments on people. But if you get a really good teacher, you know, not one of these like cheapy online things, but a really good teacher that's teaching you, they'll also teach you ways that you can advise clients and also work with crystals. And for me, that then crossed over into my magical work as well. And by your front door, it's really good practice to have as big a piece as you can of smoky quartz and black tourmaline together, because it protects and transmutes, and then whenever someone enters your home, it is transmuting whatever they're coming in with if it's of a low vibration. So it's a really nice protection duo. It's great if you have family members that are very negative that come over often. If you're having family gatherings, we have Christmas coming up. If you have people coming over for Christmas, if you have people coming over for Yule, then find your smoky quartz. A sphere is great. It sends energy out into all directions. A large generator is really, really good. Or you could have rough pieces. It really does not matter with smoky quartz and black tourmaline when it's by your front door. You just want as big a piece as you can afford that's within your budget, and have them both right next to it, so anyone that comes through is passing through their energy field. So that's another great way to use it. You can also use it in your protection grids. You can use it in any working to add a layer of protection or to transmute any energy that could cause barriers or problems to what you're trying to manifest. So a really nice combo for prosperity and abundance is Smoky Quartz and citrine. Because if up until now you have had trouble bringing abundance into your life and it's always been a problem for you, maybe it's something that even goes back in your family and there has always been lack or a belief of lack, or always trying to call in prosperity but never being too successful, Team Tourmaline, I'm onto the tourmaline now. We all know how much I love black tourmaline. If you're in my group, you know. Team your Smoky Quartz with your natural citrine, because what it's going to do is transmute anything that's stopping you from reaching your goals of abundance and prosperity. So it's like a protection for your money. It helps with the back healing. So if you have stuff to deal with, issues stopping you from getting that prosperity and abundance, it helps with the transmuting and the healing of that, and then allows the citrine energy to come through. If you are someone that wants to protect the prosperity and abundance you have, whether that be your own personal, your household, your business, your job, then by teaming some Smoky Quartz in there, you're also going to protect your prosperity, your money going forward. So it's a really good crystal to team up with other crystals. There's really not any circumstance that you cannot team some Smoky Quartz in with. If you're working on good health and healing, then putting that Smoky Quartz in there, again, is going to transmute, it's going to protect your health. So it really, such widespread energy. I think people get very much stuck on wearing it or having it in their home for protection and transmuting energy, but that's kind of where they stop. But the bigger picture, especially if you are working magically, whether that be intention setting, rituals, spells, moon magic, however you name the work that you do, Smoky Quartz can add to every single working, whether you are aiming to call something towards you or whether you're aiming to actually remove something, to heal something, to release something. It's just an all-rounder. I like to team it with absolutely everything. If you're working on releasing a lot of hurt, a lot of emotional trauma, you want to have Smoky Quartz in there with that combination as well, and as a main crystal, because it's really, really powerful. You can add Smoky Quartz to your bath water to help you have a really clearing bath to transmute any negative energy of the day. I like to use a Smoky Quartz tumblestone, some Himalayan bath salts with some frankincense and some lavender essential oils in the bath to have a really, really good bath that I know is going to take off anything that, you know, has got stuck on me. Maybe I've been somewhere and it was a bit negative there. It'll literally take it all off of you. So whatever form you choose to work with Smoky Quartz, I mean, you are going to love it. It has one of the most powerful energies. I love to work with it. Something to be aware with Smoky Quartz, if you are going through a crisis of any kind, doesn't matter what it is, you need big time transmuting. You know, something very negative's going on. It could be an emotional release, it could be a health issue, whatever it may be. And you might choose a Smoky Quartz sphere or a Smoky Quartz generator to work with a lot. Now, when you're doing that intense work, you're going to be handling it all the time, okay? Because you really want to be working with it. So I would be perhaps meditating every day, holding my generator. I might even be literally sitting watching TV in the evening, holding on to my Smoky Quartz sphere. Something to be aware of is that it will transmute and transmute and transmute. It doesn't stop. It does need cleansing, so make sure you're regularly cleansing it. But when you do that deep work, you can find your Smoky Quartz either changes color or loses some of what's in there. So for example, we've got some lovely veils and a rainbow here. If if I was working really in depth on transmuting something massive, by the end of my work, the tip of this may have gone darker and that rainbow may have actually gone. Many people have had this experience with Smokey Quartz. Bramberg Amethyst is another one that's very much known for almost going black when you work with it, for really intense healing work. My own sphere that I have worked with now for a good couple of years. When I bought that sphere, and you can actually go back in my earlier videos, it might be my crystal collection one where I show it, and you can see the pyramid inside of that, created by a veil. That is destroyed. Literally, it completely, the pyramid just broke apart inside. Like, the crystal didn't break, but the rainbow and the veil that was creating it just almost like collapsed in on itself. So it no longer has that beautiful pyramid inside, and it's gone much darker. I have shown this over in my Facebook group. So it will change and work with you. It is a very powerful, and I feel often underrated gemstone to work with, because, you know, it is reasonably well available, not necessarily the top quality. This is like insane, like grade Smokey Quartz, but whatever, you know, you can get your hands on, make sure it's ethically sourced. It makes a huge deal to your workings where your crystals are sourced from. But it is so important in any kind of healing work or magical practice. So I hope you have enjoyed day 4. I will be back tomorrow for day 5, so I will speak to you all then. Leave this video a thumbs up. That is it from me. Blessed be.